Hello, this is Spellbinder's report for the Unfiltered News from the Reality Zone, compiled by G. Edward Giffin. This is for the week of March 19th through the 25th. And as you can see, this week's comic strip, or political strip here, is "Aren't you overreacting to the Japanese nuclear crisis?" And he comes back, "I broke one of those new light bulbs." This is correct. They tell you on the packaging to call a number, and it's a hazmat unit that comes out, charges you $2,000 to clean that bulb up if you break one of them because of the mercury in it. Huh. I don't know, people will wake up to that soon. I'd be buying incandescent bulbs before they outlaw them from being sold, because these things here are going to be a nightmare in the future in the landfills and everything with the mercury. Anyways, let's get to the headlines for this week, for 2011, March 19th through the 25th. Alrighty then. Video. Japan's Prime Minister has announced there is a breach of uncontrolled release of radiation. It is believed that this is in the Fukushima Reactor 3 and the one that contains plutonium or MOX fuel. There are 3 raging meltdowns in progress. One spent fuel pond open to air and hydrogen gas explosions. March 25th, Yahoo. NATO is waffling on precipitating her participation of military and financial for the UN-approved attack on Libya. That means the U.S. is likely will not make a quick exit as promised. Yahoo, March 25th. The Syrian government security forces have reportedly killed 24 protesters and wounded many others. CNN, March 25th. Tokyo's tap water tests 2 times above safe radioactive limits for infants. Vegetables and milk are also contaminated. Globe and Mail, March 23rd. U.S. George Soros is sponsoring a major international conference to reform the world's currency systems, which means to create a one-world fiat money controlled by a world central bank. He claims that capitalism is the enemy of an open society. He hopes this will become as important for the future of money as the 1944 Bretton Woods Conference that led to the creation of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. This is from BMI, March 23rd. War in Libya already has cost U.S. taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. AOL reports, March 23rd. Germany set to abandon nuclear energy in favor of renewable energy. Renewable energy is what financially devastated Spain. Germany derives 23% of its electricity from nuclear power plants. Energy prices will soar, and Germany's economy will collapse as a result of this decision. Yahoo, March 23rd. Richard Fine, lawyer suing the judges in California, has exposed Los Angeles judges who have accepted bribes to throw cases in favor of L.A. County and now is disqualifying them one by one. He estimates that 90% of California judges have taken illegal money. This video and accompanying article show how you can disqualify corrupt judges in your area, and if you have paid unfair fines or damages, get your money back. The FDN, March 22nd. Richard Fine has done his job. Let me get this up here. Fox News fabricated a story. Yes, they did. They fabricated a story of Gaddafi using reporters as human shields. The purpose of the hoax was to sell the Libyan war to the American people. So you're give up your rights, give up your guns, and let government run the planet. Yeah. Prison Planet, March 22nd. U.S. caught on tape. Former official of the Service Employees Union reveals secret plan to destroy J.P. Morgan, crash the stock market, and redistribute wealth in America. Business Insider, March 22nd. Video. U.S. Judge Neapolitano and Ron Paul discussed the war on Libya and Obama's allegiance to the internationalism, or the internationalist out there. It's running everything. YouTube, March 22nd. Dallas, Federal Reserve President says the country is at the tipping point of insolvency. I think it's been that way for a couple years now. CNBC, March 22nd. Gulf oil spill may have a new leak as an unidentified substance has been spotted discoloring the water. The government says the slick is 5 miles wide, but a witness says it extends 100 miles. Daily Mail, March 21st. Japan, whistleblower, nuclear engineer who helped design nuclear containment vessels has criticized the Japanese government, the nuclear industry, and regulators over their safety record. He alleges that profits were more important than safety. And as Alex said, they should take these people, these CEOs that think that way, and as they do in China, execute them for endangering and killing people. They're guilty as if they pulled the trigger of a gun and shot these people. ABC News, March 21st. U.S. What's the Constitution? Don't bother asking. 70% of Americans, they don't know basic facts about their country. Those facts were dropped from public school curricula decades ago by internationalist mind social engineers who dreamed of the day when America would be merely a small part of the New World Order. Daily Mail, March 21st. Yes, they want to take away our way of life so they can control the world. We're the only thing standing in the way, people. We really are. Only thing standing in their way. U.S. Liberty Dollar creator Bernard Van Nothis has been convicted of counterfeiting. Counterfeiting, making his own coins, which have no value on them exactly. I mean, they're basically rounds, is what they are. They're not really coins. People were using them as money because they weighed out and everything, and you know, for 35 pieces of paper you can get one of these metal discs made out of silver. So I don't understand that. That sounds to me something's just wrong here for him getting 25 years for doing that, making Liberty dollars, because he minted silver coins that resembled U.S. coins. Resembled. It didn't even look like them. They resembled them. He may face up to 25 years in prison. Yahoo, March 20th. Brazil, police fire rubber bullets and tear gas on protesters against Obama's visit. His next stop is Chile, and he's not popular there either. Daily Mail, March 20th. Tennessee nullifies Obamacare's mandatory insurance provisions, and it's signed into law. The state did not nullify Obamacare in its entirety, but this is a start. Let's hope they don't stop there. The entire thing is unconstitutional and fiscally irresponsible. This is the TAC, March 19th. Another video. Before you post any photos from your smartphone on the internet, you will want to watch this clip showing how they contain GPS data that enables stalkers to pinpoint exactly where you and your children live and play. It also shows how to prevent this. YouTube posted it November 19th, 2010. U.S. Center for Disease Control plans a 5-year study of the link between autism and mercury and vaccines. They also will focus on environmental factors. For many years, the CDC has been a protective arm of the pharmaceutical industry. It is inconceivable that it would link toxic additives in vaccines to autism. The reason for a 5-year study is to allow the industry to continue making a killing, literally. Finally, the CDC will report that no link has been found. Any bets to the contrary? Huffington Post, March 19th. EU leaders are supporters of GMO crops and are plotting to overcome opposition from member states. Their latest ploy is diabolical. They propose to allow member states to reject GMO crops. That's good, but they will not be allowed to reject them on the basis of health or environment issues. Those issues, of course, are the primary reasons to reject them. Reuters posted March 19th. Another video of Ron Paul comments on Obama's new illegal war against Libya and the authority granted by the UN for the war that the U.S. taxpayers will bankroll. He says that these wars and other illegal acts will end only when we follow the Constitution once again. The Daily Paul, March 19th. Yes, what Obama did by bypassing Congress is a impeachable, if not indictable, offense against his oath to office and whatnot of the responsibilities of the president. He cannot go around Congress and say, I'm going over here because the UN says I can. No, I'm sorry, the UN doesn't rule anything. If nothing, they should be abolished and the members charged with war crimes. But that's not the point. That's for another story. U.S. drone kills 36 more people in Pakistan. That's right, faceless soldiers again killing people as that country decries the act. Drone strikes there have increased from 33 in 2008 to 118 in 2010. Obama, the peace candidate, which they're trying to take away his peace his thing he got, has escalated military activity in both Pakistan and Afghanistan. McClatchy, March 19th. Go on. Another video. This video clip explains how terrorists from Saudi Arabia were given U.S. visas by the U.S. State Department without normal interviews and background checks. This was a special fast-track program created just for Saudi Arabia. 15 of the 19 hijackers on 9/11 came into the U.S. through this program. Bin Laden didn't do this. The State Department did. YouTube, March 19th. Monsanto and two of India's government agricultural agencies are caught planting GMO corn illegally to infest and kill everyone else. March 19th. It's called the madness of the New World Order and their population get rid of us plans from Agenda 21. Middle East protests have been linked to Western influence and funding and is believed to be controlled opposition. If this is true, the international power elites will replace these toppled governments with new, bigger and better rulers who will do their bidding better and follow marching orders without question. That's basically, if you read the article. UN nuclear bank is proposed to partially funded by Warren Buffett in the name of protecting the world from nuclear war. It will put control over nuclear energy and weapons into the hands of global elites. It's right. They can play the real big game that they're already playing called Risk. Morph City, March 24th. Doctor explains how to protect against radiation. Very complete overview. Fortify Health, March 20th. Precious metals and sound money are making a comeback. 13 states currently have sound money legislation pending. Self-reliance by individual communities and state is on the rise. Nethercorp. Union myths. This is an excellent analysis of how unions which supported the Obama administration are trying to take away the right of workers to decide if they want a union to represent them. Not surprisingly, the bill is called Employees Free Choice Act, which does just the opposite of what it says. JWR posted. And that's it for the headline news this week on the G. Edward Griffin's newsletter. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to get off here and post this now and let you see what the headlines for this week were for the 19th to the 25th on the Unfiltered News Reality Zone. Until next time, this is Spellbinder Reports saying be good at it. And prepare. We don't know how much a cumulative effect the radiation is going to be from the 3 Chernobyls going on in Japan right now. Until next time, good day.